All right. Hello, guys. So in this video, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about how to do a journey to the lower world. I have been saying that I was going to do this video to kind of walk you through how to do it. And this video is really a step-by-step of like how to get to the lower world and what to do in the journey there, so that you can practice doing this on your own. I have some drum journeys that I will link below that you can use, that you can listen to go on this journey. Shouldn't take you more than like 10 or 15 minutes. And I really don't recommend journeying longer than that, especially if you're first beginning or if you're a beginner, because it's really hard to kind of hold the space and hold the focus in the journey. So 10 or 15 minutes is fine. And the reason I wanted to start doing a lower world journey is because I'm going to be talking about some like other shamanic healing things that we're going to do, like soul retrieval, soul loss. And I wanted you to have like at least one avenue where you could go on your own journey to the lower world and ask for this type of healing or to heal this specific things that we're going to be talking about. Because pretty much everything, not everything, but a lot of things that I'm going to be talking about, you can heal in the lower world. And if you're not familiar with what the lower world is or what I'm talking about, I will link below my video on the shamanic worlds, and that realm of the non-ordinary reality, those realms of the non-ordinary reality through which we journey through in shamanism. And I think I'm actually going to write down right now. I'm going to do another video on like standalone, like what is, the table's wiggling, like what is a shamanic journey, so that that's out there and that's explained, because I really want to kind of piece together a bunch, like my whole YouTube channel really piece together several videos that kind of explain all these different aspects of shamanism and shamanic healing. When I first started out, there was nothing. Like, there was nothing available. I think there were books, but I didn't resonate with them at the time because they were all taught by just like people who weren't in my lineage, or people who I just didn't connect with, because I felt so far removed from these individuals. I felt like I couldn't see myself as them, so I couldn't even like put myself. I couldn't even read it because I like couldn't. They were just like so far removed from like what I felt I was at that time, and the identity that I had at that time. I just had such a hard time separating myself from like seeing myself as those people. And then as far as since I started in 2013 doing shamanic work, there like wasn't anything on the internet, like anything like that at that time. Like blogs weren't really big then. Like YouTube was around, but not like this, not like it is now. So I really had to piece together a lot of what I learned from my own spirit guides, through getting mediumship readings from my sister, and just like very grindingly slow learning process for me, which I then created a blog with. That blog doesn't exist anymore, but that's kind of where I started sharing, and where a lot of people here now found me, and a lot of clients who I've had for years have found me through that blog. Anyway, the reason I want to share all this is because, well, number one, it's like clearly part of my life soul purpose and mission to share shamanic techniques and share about shamanic journeying, to make it more easily accessible for people who are exploring this. And two, that's really it. So that these resources are available for free, and for anyone who's seeking them out, so that if you're finding out you have these gifts and you're like, okay, well, I know I need to explore this, but I like really don't have the funds to like pay for a coach or pay for a mentor, or pay for like a apprenticeship program, or even if I don't even know that I want to do that, some of these videos may be helpful for you for starting to practice and practice shamanism, practice shamanic healing techniques, and that's how you learn. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to talk about how to journey to the lower world, and how to get there, what to do when you get there, why to journey there. So let's get started. And first off, if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Sarah Petruno. I'm a shamanic practitioner. I have been doing this since 2013, and this is my 9th year doing this, and I've been teaching it for several years also. So what is the lower world? Why journey there? As we talked about in my other video, the shamanic lower world is place of healing. Okay, so we have at least 3 shamanic healing realms. We have the upper world. Well, we don't have 3 realms. Let me back up here. We have the upper world and the lower world. And then we have the middle world. I don't really classify this as like a safe space for journeying. The middle world, it's like kind of it could be a healing realm if you're experienced in shamanism and experienced journeying in the middle world and know how to do that safely, because there is healing that you can do here. But it's not what I would recommend starting with, because it is, especially now, way more dangerous to do that, because there's like weird stuff in the middle world. And so this is the breakdown generally of our non-ordinary realities that we can journey to and go to for shamanic healing. Our, like we said before, our physical plane right here is considered the ordinary reality. And when we go on a shamanic journey, we are journeying into what we call the non-ordinary realities, or these parallel realms of existence to our physical plane. Okay, in shamanism, there are at least 2 distinct realms that you can go to that are safe and that you can receive healing there. Okay, we have the lower world and we have the upper world. Okay, the lower world is like a realm within the earth. It's like earth realm, it's earth spirits, it's power animals, it's animal guides, it's a lower world shamans, it's no human civilization really, it's herbs, it's plants, it's crystals, it's like all earthly healing. It's totally safe. There are no scary entities there. It's like 100% healing. Anyone can journey there, connect with their power animal, and ask to receive healing there. And pretty much anything in shamanism that you need to be healed can be done in the lower world. The thing with the lower world, though, is when you journey down there, they don't ever talk about or bring up anything in the middle world. So when you go down there, if you're asking about a middle world problem, like your coworker or your job or finances, you're not going to get any information about the middle world down in the lower world. The lower world, they're going to use symbolism. They're going to use metaphors. They're going to use like crystals. They're going to give you gifts. They're not going to bring any of the middle. None of the middle world comes to the lower world. Okay. So it's kind of the downside, is that if you want like very specific, like middle world help, they can heal things for you there, but you're not going to like, they're not going to bring any middle world drama to the lower world. Okay. Same thing with the upper world. None of the middle world stuff goes to the upper world. Okay. We're going to talk about journeying to the upper world later. The upper world is, looks like what many would consider heaven to look like. It is very spacious. It's airy. It has like purples and pinks and clouds, and has like celestial divine beings there, very higher vibration, angelic, ascended masters, ancestors, some dragons, some types of fairies. That's all in the upper world. Okay. But today we're going to be talking about going to the lower world. Now, in order to get to the shamanic realms, the way that I teach my students and the way that I teach it is you pick a place in the physical world, a natural place in the physical world that you have been to. So this is like a park with a tree. When I've taught recently, we've done meadows that have trees in them that you know and have seen the tree before. A place in nature that you know and can clearly picture in your mind. That's what you're looking for. Sorry if you can hear my toddler having a tantrum. He's handled with daddy, but he doesn't want to take a nap. So what you're going to do is you are going to you're going to pick a place in the natural world that you know about and that you've been to and that you can clearly picture in your mind. And the reason that you're picking this place and looking at this place is because when you are closing your eyes to enter the journey to the lower world, you need to be able to clearly picture it in your mind. Okay. And this is easiest to do if you have chosen something that you have been to and can remember and call up an image of in your mind. Okay. One of the biggest barriers to shamanic journeying is people have issues with the visuals and being able to visualize and imagine and picture things. Okay. So it's easiest to do this and to start your shamanic journey if you pick your place where you start your journey as a place that you have been before. Okay. You could choose a tree. You could choose any place that comes to your mind. The first thing that comes to your mind is a natural place that you have been. Okay. That's where you're going to start your shamanic journey. So when you are in your meditative space, okay, you're closing your eyes, you're going to start your journey to the lower world. What you're going to do is picture this place. Okay. With your eyes closed, you can close them with me now if you want to. what you're going to do is look around the place, picture the place, look around for an opening, a doorway. What you can do is picture like a door in the bottom of a tree or a door that's in like a rock. Some people who like watery places, you can picture like a tunnel that opens into the water and goes down into the water. I like a tree because that's easiest for me, is picturing a tree that has a door in it. And then you're going to go through the door. Okay, so you're going to picture your natural place, see the doorway, look around, see where there's a door that pops up, enter the doorway. Once you get in the doorway, there's going to be a stairway or stairs or a ladder of some sort that goes up, that goes to the upper world. You're not going to do that right now. There's also going to be a pathway that goes down, okay, like a tunnel or a slide or stairs that goes down. You're going to start to go down, okay? You are going to picture what the tunnel looks like, if there's lights in the tunnel, if it's dirt, if it's some other substance, how deep it is, if it spirals down, if it stairs down. You're just going to start traveling down, okay, and going down into the tunnel, all the way down into the tunnel until you reach an opening, okay? And so the opening is going to come out to an earth realm in the lower world. This is a healing realm in the lower world. In this realm, if you come out and there's human civilization in there, like medieval times or some other type of like human bustling civilization, you are going to go back in your tunnel and you're going to keep going down. You want to go down until you come out and it's just a natural realm and there's no people. Okay? Once you get out, you're going to enter out and you are going to start onto the path, a path that's there, and walk through this space, walk through this lower world realm that you enter until you reach a clearing. Okay? Once you're in the clearing, if you have not done so yet, you're going to ask for your power animal to come forward. Okay? So you're going to be meeting your power animal. If you already know who your power animal is, that's great. You can ask them to come forward here also. And so once you get to the clearing, ask for your power animal to come forward. The first animal that comes to you, that's your power animal, okay? Then you're going to ask them for healing, and you are going to follow them if they take you somewhere. You are going to just kind of follow along, like where are they taking you? What are they doing? Like, are they having you lay down? Are they having you get into a river? Or are you climbing on their back and you guys are going somewhere? Keep following them and ask, what next? What are we doing? Just continue the journey. As soon as they finish doing something, you say, okay, thank you. What next? And kind of keep going and following them down. Following your power animal down. And once you've reached the end, once you've what nexted enough, you are going to wrap up the journey and you're going to say thank you to your power animal. And if you have not done so yet, if you have not retrieved your power animal, and we're going to probably talk about this in another video, like what a power animal is and how to retrieve them. But you want to retrieve a power animal because everyone could use a power animal. We'll talk more about that later. If you want to go further into that now, I have a class on power animals that I will link below, like a 2-hour class on that, that we can explore. But inside your journey, you're going to be with your power animal. Once you're done, you're going to put your hands out like this. You're going to ask that your power animal gets in your hands. They're going to come into your palm of your hand, and you're going to bring it to your chest. And this is going to bring your power animal back with you from your lower world journey. Once you've retrieved them and brought your power animal into your heart, then you can open your eyes. And you don't have to journey back. You don't have to go back through the tunnel. You don't have to do any of that because it's a totally safe space for healing. You just have to come back to your body. And that's pretty much it. And what you can do is each time you want to practice healing or practice going on a journey, you can go down to the lower world with your power animal and you can ask them for healing and then keep following them and saying, what's next? What are we doing next? Like, what do we need to do now? And then once they've finished up, then you just come back to your body. And this is a way that you can journey in the lower world, that your power animal can offer you healing. And that in future videos, when we talk about specific healing techniques like soul retrieval, attachment release, things like that, you can go down to the lower world with your power animal and ask them for these things, like can we do a soul retrieval, and then you can see what happens, or can we do an attachment release and see what happens. And this technique is easy to learn. I think it's easy to learn. The biggest barrier is you being able to imagine and visualize what's happening. And what I recommend is just, if you feel stuck, just make it up as you go. And the making up is usually right. And force yourself to kind of conjure up what is happening. And keep practicing. Because when I first started out with this, I couldn't visualize anything. I couldn't even see like swirling. I couldn't even see colors. Like I couldn't imagine anything. And it's just consistent practice that helps you get better and better at being able to visualize in a journey. That's pretty much it, guys. So you're going to find a place in nature that you know. You're going to get into your meditative space, close your eyes, picture that place in your mind's eye. Once you've pictured it, you're going to find a door, go into that door, go down a tunnel, go down and down and down until you come out into an earth realm. Go into the earth realm, find a clearing. Once you get to the clearing, ask for your power animal to come forward. Once they come forward, ask them for healing. Follow them around, keep asking them what's next and what healing that they do. And once you come back, once your journey's over, once the music's over, you bring them into your heart to retrieve them. If you haven't done that yet, you say thank you, and you just come back to your body. There you go. That's how you do it. That's how you do a lower world journey. Hope that was helpful. Bye, guys.